We just talked about something brought up by Cowherd. Now I want to talk about something brought up by Dan Patrick that has kind of gone semi-viral today that I wanted your thoughts on, which was he said it is past time to make the Super Bowl a Saturday night event. Thoughts on not other playoff games, because again, we do have playoff games in the divisional round, wildcard round, which are now Monday nights, but they're always been Saturday, Sunday for as long as I can imagine, or as long as I can remember. Do you think the Super Bowl should be moved to a Saturday night event?
No, I don't. I don't think at all. I understand that, people want to they have work the next day, this and that, but I mean, Super Bowl Saturday doesn't sound as good as Super Bowl Sunday. Like it just doesn't. Um I mean, if you're going to make the time and you're going to take the time and put the money into going to a Super Bowl, I there's no way that people will even if they have to go to work Monday, give a shit. They're still just going to fucking go. You know, they know what's at stake here. And then B is most of those people, they already have the time off. They plan to have Monday off. Like, so for those I can't see a soul going to the Super Bowl and be like, "Oh, now I got to work the next day." "Oh no, it's Monday and I have to work." It's questioning me going to the Super Bowl. No, they don't give a fucking shit. So
Well,
I don't understand.
I think it's more geared towards people watching the Super Bowl, going to Super Bowl parties, getting all messed up, and then being like, "Oh man, and I have to wake up and go to the office tomorrow at 9
Yep. So,
a.m."
but I understand that, but that's what I'm saying is like people who are gonna okay, so not even go watch the Super Bowl. They're not. They can complain about it, but they don't care if it was on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever. They're still gonna go to that party. They don't
True.
care. They don't care. Like
My
the fans that are gonna
Yeah.
watch the Super Bowl, they're gonna watch it and they don't give a shit what happens the next day. I mean, make it on a Saturday. It's not gonna change anything. I really don't think so.
Well, it's
Because
also
if
one of
if
those
you're
things where every week of NFL football is on a Sunday. And we have Sunday night games that start at the same time the Super Bowl does. Now, obviously, the Super Bowl ends a little later because they have extended halftime and stuff, but it's not, if you're on the East Coast, you're used to games ending around 11, 12. If you're on the West Coast, you're used to games ending around 8:39. Like it's just, I feel like it's a thing that as football fans, we're just used to, right? We're
yeah.
used to those.
I
And the
I I
Super Bowl, again, it's fun, but it's not like,
I could take it or leave it. I really don't care. Change it to Saturday. It is what it is. But I see your point about it. But again, if people are going to go to those parties, they're going to go to those parties. You think it's going to up viewership? It probably will a little bit, but that just means more people are going to watch it off of one screen. You
yeah.
know?
Well, it's also every year the Super Bowl is the most watched show of the year as it is. So, really changing it from Saturday to Sunday, how many more people do you think are going to be like, oh, a busier night out now is going to make me watch the Super Bowl more than I would have on a Sunday
Yeah. The
night?
the,
Like
the
it
amount of
just,
TVs is not going to probably up too much because, as you said, parties. So I have 5 people over on a Sunday night for a party. I have 15 people over on a Saturday for the party. That's still just that is still, one TV, one viewership on that. Like,
yeah. And it's also one of those things where I don't feel like people being like, oh, dang, the Super Bowl's on a Sunday. I can't watch it. And now it being on a Saturday, being like, oh, finally, I can watch the Super Bowl because Saturday, Sundays are the days most people have off regardless. So it's still a weekend, you know, regardless of the day it is. And then, speaking of Super Bowl parties, Casino, we'll squeeze this in. Best Super Bowl or just football in general snack to eat during a game. Give me like three.
best snack to eat through a game.
Yes, during a football game or just sporting event, but specifically Super Bowl. Best Super Bowl accoutrements.
Household snack.
I mean, anything,
Okay.
anything.
Well, One for me is a layered dip. A layered dip, gotta have it. Whatever
Yeah.
kind, I don't care. It could be whatever. You have to have it. Have to have a
Yeah.
layered dip. Um, One that I personally love because I love finger foods, as you can see by my chubbiness. Um, some sort of like pigs in a blanket, something like a pastry meat combo.
Mm.
It doesn't even have to be pigs in a blanket. It could literally just be like a miniature, like square ham sandwich or something. For me, though, personally, pigs in a blanket, but like some sort of pastry with a meat combo. And then, let's see, last, if we're just talking about snacks, not even like the full meals, hmm, hmm, hmm. You know what? That's a good one. I just think of straight up potato chip. Just give me the easiest potato chip
Going
you can
chalk.
find.
Chalk.
Yeah.
Now, is that in order?
Um,
Chip would be your number one have to have.
Seven. It doesn't even have to be a 7-layer dip, but a layered dip. A layered dip.
You know what? My number 3, I'm just going dip. Just across the board. It can
Okay.
be
I mean,
1 layer, it can be 7 layers, just something that I can
well,
put something into. Right? Like I need a dip, you know. And I'm talking Super Bowl Sunday and I'm talking personal life. I just need something to dip into. Okay? My wife was on an earlier
and speaking
podcast.
of wife and talking about dipping, I'm gonna answer this real quick.
There you go. But my 3, so obviously I just said as Casino takes a phone call. I just said my number 3 would be a dip. And I like uh oh man, my mom has, and this is a weird segue to talk about my mom's dip, but I'm specifically talking food. She always used to make like this sour cream orange dip that was spicy, that was delicious. 7-layer dip, can't go wrong with salsa or guacamole. Just something again I can dip a chip into. And also, you got to go scoops, right? I'm tired of Lay's or these store brand what is it, chips, like the rip off knockoff brand chips where they're so thin that when you go in the dip it breaks off. No, you need a thick scoop to get almost an ungodly amount of either dip or salsa on your chip, where when you eat it you say to yourself too much, right? You say
So,
too much for the salsa. You need a scoop. Tito's scoops, they
Tito's scoops are
changed
one of
the
the
game.
greatest things ever invented.
Yeah,
Well,
change the
I
game.
mean, yeah, they're one of the greatest things. And so, yes, going back to just dip in general, I could have said queso. I could have said the I
Oh,
love
queso. That's a
a
great one.
buffalo chicken dip. Those are always insanely amazing.
Mhm.
So yes, dips all in all, but the king of dips that is a must for me
I
is
love
a
the
layered.
spinach dip as well.
Is right.
Spinach dip.
So dips in general, but I think for me, my number one has to be a layered dip. I'm talking like the olives, the beans, the cheese, the sour cream, the whatever, like that 7-layer dip, classic seven
Yep.
layer dip thing. I'm a sucker for it. Give me a parfait of just savory goodness, and I'm all
Yeah.
for it. Like, just give me a
Uh,
spoon.
Number 2 for me, much like your chips, I'm going
No,
I'm going
chips were number 3. Like, I don't know. My
okay.
number 2 was like the pigs in a blanket.
Yeah. Well, I'm going chalk for my number 2 pick as well, Casino. I'm going just pizza. Pizza and sports
That
is
feels like a
just
meal though.
such but it's not.
Oh,
And that's
I
what's
know my
great
number
about it.
I okay, so then I'm gonna change my number 3. So
Okay.
it's 7-layer dip, then it's pigs in a blanket, and then it's wings.
See, I like wings, but during
Mm.
football games, for some reason, I go pizza over wings. I don't know
Mm.
why. Even though I love both, I love wings, but to me,
No,
football is
there's nothing
pizza.
else like giving a fucking greasy ass hot sauced high five. Because if you're doing wings, they have to be hot sauce. If it's anything else, you're a fucking loser. So I'm just saying. Okay, I will say I never wanted to believe this was good, but the garlic parmesan
Dude,
rubs
if we're
are
talking
like
Buffalo Wild Wings, Asian Zing.
that's my
Asian
go-to
Zing, it's
all
where
day.
it's at.
That's all I eat.
Yeah,
That's all I eat. If we're talking beat ups, Asian
Asian Zing.
zing, just smother it on there.
I don't know
But
what it is, but whatever it is, they figured it out.
But here's the thing, I don't
That's
typically do wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. I do like those little street tacos, and then I
Really?
pick yeah. Well, the
Huh.
wings are always so small and like,
But you know what? My
mm.
number one casino, my number one, if it's at the Eagles bar, I'm going Philly cheesesteak.
Okay,
Okay,
that
I'm
is a
going
very good
Philly
Philly
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak because I have gone to that bar with you before. That is a good
They're
Philly.
very good.
That's pretty
But
bomb.
so honorable mention, but I feel like that's too uber specific for just specifically one place. My number one choice for during any sporting event, but especially football games, pretzel bites. Pretzel bites. And I'm not saying a pretzel. A
The
pretzel's
pretzel bite,
fine,
no,
but
pretzel bites are
pretzel
great.
bites
Pretzel bites are
with
great. Just stuff
cheese
a
on the
little Vienna
side, a
sausage in there.
spicy jalapeno cheese,
Yeah, just stuff a
it's game
little,
over.
just stuff a little Vienna sausage in there. Just stuff a little Vienna
Which,
sausage in
when
there.
I invite you over to watch games, is what we do,
Yeah,
right? Before, after, during the game, we're stuffing those with tiny, tiny sausages. But during the game,
I'll bring the Vienna sausages.
I mean, you can't go even a bad pretzel bite. You're like, this is still good. It's my favorite fried food. It's my favorite unhealthy food. It's my favorite go-to at a movie theater. We were talking about that earlier. Movie theater, pretzel bites. They got good ones, Casino. That's my number one. Pretzel bites, a
So
dip, and
you're
then
the
cheese.
guy at the restaurant that will pay an extra $5 for a pretzel bun.
Oh,
Not-
a pretzel buns? It's
yeah.
number one. A pretzel bun? I mean, I don't know why. I don't eat fast food like ever. I saw a commercial for, I believe it's Wendy's is bringing back
I
a pretzel bun or
Yes,
burger,
I
something like that.
saw it was you're right, it's the Wendy's commercial because
Yeah, the
it was the
Baconator or
skinny white dude that was like all it's the Wendy's commercial guy. So yeah,
I
it's
saw
pretzel bun.
that and I was like, you know what? I'm probably gonna
Oh,
try that
that's what it
sandwich.
is. They're doing
What?
the pretzel bun with the Baconator.
That yes. So it was a Baconator commercial with the pretzel bun. I think the last time I ate at Wendy's was 20 years ago. I can't remember the last time I ate at Wendy's. That commercial, I was like, pretzel bun, sign me up. Pretzel bun over sesame seed bun every day. Pretzel bun. And you know what's crazy? I'm not a huge pretzel guy. I don't like pretzel sticks. I
You
don't like
like
the
the
hard
soft
pretzels.
buns. You like soft buns.
Yes. I'm a soft bun guy. Again,
Well, I'll
go
bring the
watch the
Vienna
episode with my
sausages.
wife.
I can't really help you with the soft
Yeah.
buns.
No, I have that at home.